Today we are in a long-forgotten cemetery in Ecum Secum, Nova Scotia. This cemetery has not been maintained since the early to mid-80s. I knew the man who had cleared this out last, and he said it's such a shame because they only hired them a couple times to clear all the trees out, and then they just let this go. I don't know who owns the land anymore, but it's a real shame that it's not kept up anymore on the maintenance. These graves are from the 1800s. They're some of the founding families of this community, and it's just so sad. So anyway, we're going to do a tour as long as my battery holds out. I was here a couple of years ago, and my batteries kept dying, even with fresh ones. So I don't know if that's something paranormal or just the fact maybe my batteries were kind of crappy. Anyway, get ready for one of the most sad things you guys have ever seen for a cemetery. Literally, the headstones are in amongst all of these trees. And there are quite a few of them. There's a fence that you have to get through. Oh, look at that. My battery is dying right now. So, here's one from... He died September the 1st, 1891. White marble. Absolutely beautiful. This is a Fleet. His last name was Fleet. But there's a lot of stones in here. But, like, all of these trees, it's so dense. Excuse me, guys. Like, it's hard to get through here. There's a big doggy up there. The perimeter is marked with tin cans. I'm just trying to get through here. There were a lot more in here. I'm just not sure. There's one up there. A lot of the headstones could also be knocked down and covered in the moss. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm stepping on anybody. So what do you think?
Oh, it's a pretty lonely place.
I know. It's like I told...
property looked at after.
No, and like I told somebody like last week, it's like I just feel like I want to bring a chainsaw in here and clean them up. I know I wouldn't be allowed to. It's just so sad. It's like, who do you contact? Yeah. Now look at this. This beautiful little dove. I can't read the name. Georgina. In memory of Georgina. And I can't read the rest. But, like, this is probably of a younger person. They have a lot written on there, but it's just, I can't see it.
There might be a child up there.
There's one there that looks like it's been dug at. Well, it wouldn't be like that recent. I mean, yes, a grave will sink, but that looks fairly recent. It doesn't look like the ground has been disturbed recently, but that's an obvious hole, and there's no stone. Right? It's like there's so many unmarked graves here right now. Yeah, there's two down here too. It's sunk. And then there's this one here. Maybe you can read this one. In loving memory of Elizabeth Jewer, wife of Charles Jewer, died January 16th, 1904, age 64 years and 5 months. And then there's a poem. It's like all of these beautiful white marble headstones. They last. I'm just going to put my bag down here. We're going to look at this little one here. And there's litter all through the place too, because some people use this area as a dumping ground for garbage. So you never know what you're going to find. Excuse me, little one. Ella Vale, daughter of... I can't read that. Age 2 months. And so many... 2 months and 19 days. Oh, look, I can actually read it on the phone. Or not the phone, the camera. I'm so used to using it. Alright, so first battery that was fully charged is now dead. Okay. Just grab my bag here. Thank you, my friend, for watching that for me. Yeah, there was...
Turn this on?
one grave there, if you want to. There's one there that is sunken. There's no headstone there, but there is a little headstone right there. All these trees. John said, was it 81 or 82? That was the last time that they were here to clean it. So this stone here is actually broken off. Where is this? Let's see. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one's been broken off a long time ago. So the rest of it might be under there, or it may have been stolen. And yes, there are some people who do stuff like that. Deer poop there. Ooh, spider web, I almost got you. You don't want to disturb the spiders. Let's see, there were a lot of stones the last time I was here, but it was so long ago. Excuse me, everybody. I'm just going to duck under these trees and update you if I find anything else. You got one? Alright, let's see who this is. That's a really nice stone. Again, another dove of peace. Thomas H., son of John and Margaret Fleet, died April 15th, 1888. Or, no, that's a 5, just a 5. That's April 5th. You know, I can actually see it better on the screen. Aged 1 month and 21 days, so just short of his 2-month birthday. I mean, this is a beautiful stone. So far, most of the people who are here were children. I think we've counted 2 out of the 4 or 5, or 3 out of the 4 or 5. And there's another grave up here that has no stone. It's just a hole, but it is a full 6-foot length hole. Be careful if you walk over here, because there's an open grave. I'm just going to step around you. And there's no stone here at all. Seems like sometimes I feel maybe the stone fell over, but I also feel maybe they were taken for some silly reason. Here's the fence. So we know an easy way in now. Yeah, you can just walk straight there. That's the road we came in on, and then we were up there and I just felt a pull through the trees. So I came that way, but yeah, when I came here, it must have been 6 years ago. I must have been here last. Because John's been gone for 2.5. But yeah, there's more in here. Maybe we'll come back in the fall when all these brambles are gone. Yeah, it's so sad. There's a hole over there where another grave had been. It's really sad to see a cemetery in this bad of disrepair, because our ancestors should not be forgotten about. They should be looked after. Oh, there's another stone up there that I didn't see until now. Yeah, that's a stone. Looks like there might be a tree on it. It's like, yeah. Oh, excuse me. There's a grave there with no marker. Yeah, there's a series of stones here. These would be the ones that John showed me. There's a tree fallen down on them. That one had been broken off, but it was stood up back where it was. Excuse me. I want to go in and see. Just talking to all the trees. Okay, in memory of Emily Pye. And I can't get in close enough. 1891. And then there's another one right there. And I believe there are more in here. I think I can see one right in there. But yeah, like, you can't get in at all to visit any of these people anymore. And these are names that are still in the area. These are people's local ancestors, and it's not that long ago. I mean, 1891. It's not that long ago. So we're going to come back in the fall when all of the greenery, all the bushes have died down, because we will be able to see a lot more. And I mean, that tree is still going to be there fallen over because there is absolutely nobody looking after this place. And I said this probably like 6 or 7 times through this video. It's so sad. It's so sad that these people's graves are not being looked after, because our ancestors should be remembered and cherished. And these people were from the 1800s. That's not very long ago. And there's other cemeteries that are older than that, and they're being well maintained. It's just so sad. It's like this whole area was once a bright, sunny field, and now it's a forest. And I mean, I love forests. They're just such great ecosystems, but it's so sad when you have a cemetery that could have been easily maintained, and now it's gone. But you know what? I mean, in 1,000 years, what are our graves going to be? It's going to be very much of the same.